Welcome back to Riley Reviews. It's your girl Riley. Now we are back with another video, but we are going on live. Now this is going to be a pre-recorded video and we're going to be getting into some things. This is probably going to be all over the place for you guys if you are subscribed to my channel, because usually I do pre-recorded videos. So this is probably going to be all over the place. So I hope you guys do not mind at all. But we got some breaking news, child. Now, BIA did come out with the verse sending shots to CARDI, and it's been causing some conversation. And I just wanted to give more commentary on my thoughts on it. Now, she did go on live, and I did get this from Milagro Graham. So I'm going to go ahead and get into that video for you guys, because I feel like she was definitely taking shots at CARDI in this verse. Now let's go ahead and get into it. See if I can get it up for you guys. Hopefully it just starts all over. And make sure you guys check out my last video, because I definitely did put a lot of effort into that. So show love to that video. Shout out to all of my new subscribers and my returning viewers. I definitely do see y'all for real. Like, I'll be going and checking my analytics, and I'll be seeing the people that come back to watch my commentary. Just shows y'all a real one. So definitely shout out to y'all. That's like my favorite saying. Shout out to y'all.
Never turn my phone on just to cry on the live.
Okay, this is going back. All right, so this is BIA. I don't know if she was on IG Live. It looked like she was on IG Live, so let's go ahead and see what she had to say, because she was popping her shit. Big BIA, she in the building. She over here, big bars, big balls, you know, just telling her how it is. If you would ask me, BIA is definitely underrated. Now, if I was to play devil's advocate, BIA is boring. I'm not going to hold you. But I feel like when she comes out, and the more that I see her, the more I feel like the more comfortable I feel like she's getting in her stage presence. And I feel like she's getting more confident as she, steps out into the limelight. So let's go ahead and get into it, because I'll just ramble all day.
Bitches popping shit and that's so funny to me. How you say you run it down, but you can't walk on the beat. I didn't know I had an uncle, she don't say shit to me. I'ma cop me a new gun before I pop me a plea. Bitch, I heard it on my low, I dropped it. I can never turn my phone on just to cry. On the live? I hate a sneaky nigga. On the live?
On the live?
Hey, Bookie, heard you mad behind some big love. Clicked up with a bunch of bitches that ain't got much. I'm living in your head, rent free. Wow, I can never turn my phone on just to cry.
There you have it. I can never turn my phone on just to cry. And just like I said on my last previous video, I feel like she was talking about when CARDI went live, when she was going at it on Offset. And I don't feel like she was crying because her face wasn't in the video. I can't say if she was crying or not, but you could definitely tell that she was upset from Offset. And I'm not here to say that couples don't go through their things, like I previously said, but I definitely feel like CARDI and Offset are going through some issues. But nonetheless, I feel like that was a PR stunt. Like I said in my last video, you guys have to check it out, my commentary, because I gave some details on what I feel like BIA was referencing to. I do find it weird. I find it really, really weird when people come on live, especially on camera, or even just record a video and to cry or to like yell at the camera. To me, that's just always been a weird thing for me, honestly. But I guess that depends on the person. If they are attached to social media like that, then they would feel comfortable like that. But for me, I just never been that person. I never felt the need and necessary. Like when people start arguing over the phone, or when they start talking that big shit and just on live popping a big shit and just crying, it just seems so performative to me. It's like, I feel like if it gets to that point where you have to go on live, and when you're crying on the phone and you're recording it, and you're yelling at your phone, or you beefing with somebody and you're yelling like and crying, it's just to that point I feel like you should seek a therapist, honestly. I have to say it. I have to say it. I don't know if it's an unpopular opinion because I know how in touch people are in with social media, but I feel like at that point you should seek a therapist. You should seek, not even if you don't have a therapist, right? If you don't have that um connections with a therapist, I feel like even then you should speak to the people that you are close to, and maybe they can give you some further insight, or kind of talk you through it, and just to vent to other people, even yourself. Sometimes I talk to myself sometimes and talk myself out of certain situations. A lot of people are not strong enough to do that, to be their own, you know, cheerleader, but I always felt like that was a weird thing. And I feel like if it gets to that point, then you should definitely go ahead and seek other ways to express yourself, just to save yourself from public embarrassment. Because just going on live when you're beefing with someone, even with the guys too, like I know that's for example, like Soldier Boy, when he be going at it, especially when he was going out with Blueface, like he was yelling at the camera, just talking on this big boy, and I feel like even then, still, it comes to be a problem. Like even when Cardi did it and was yelling at Offset, and how she feel like knowing that she was saying how I'm at my most vulnerable and da 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 da. But I feel like she should speak to a therapist. And I was online and I did see on Live Bites, she was driving the car and she said that how her therapist feels like that it's good for her. um I can't remember verbatim, but she was talking about how she feels like it's a good outlet for her to seek out different ways to um I don't know the particulars, but it was seeming like she was alluding to that being a good therapy for her, to going out and to drive and to challenge herself. And if anybody knows Cardi, she doesn't really know how to drive. I believe she got her license, but if you think about it, Cardi is from New York, and I know a lot of people from New York don't have their license because the means of it's faster transportation if you was to take the train or the bus. So it's not really like a necessity to have a driver's license, but if you want to have that luxury of having a car in New York, then you definitely do need a license. So um I feel like that's a good thing for her, honestly. But getting back into this diss. Now, when I did hear this diss, I was just like, "Yo, Bia is popping her shit. Like, I can never go on live just to cry." I feel like when you do go on live and when you're yelling at the screen and just seeking, and even then, I feel like you know what, Cardi, when I think about it, Cardi was doing a lot of social media tactic tat what do you call it? I can't even say it. Tactics when she was going on live. I feel like she was doing a lot, especially when Nicki was releasing her album and when she was getting ready to roll out. I definitely feel like Cardi B was doing a lot. I'm not gonna go ahead and put it all here, but if I was to put up the receipts, then you would know exactly what I'm talking about. But baby, you just gonna have to go back into that time because I'm not gonna do it here, and we're not gonna sit here and play like Cardi was doing all this and that when Nicki Minaj was rolling out. I definitely feel like she was trying to sabotage Nicki's era and her rollout. But Cardi was definitely doing a lot, and I feel like if you have to, I feel like Cardi B was, um, I feel like she was trying to sabotage Nicki for one, and I feel like she was trying to, um, I don't know. It's just like I feel like she has a very unhealthy relationship with social media. And you would think that in this point in her career, right? You would think that she would be more strategic enough to, you know, put things out in the internet for her betterment and not her detriment. Um especially when she came out with Offset, and then weeks later, you guys were seen out. It seemed like everything is cool and cordial between these two. Honestly, if you was to ask me personally, I do feel like they do have troubles within their marriage, and marriage is a hard thing, so I'm not going to go dive deep into that, but I do definitely feel like they have something going on. But when she did come out and when she was on live and she was yelling on Offset, I do feel like that was more of a PR stunt. And I don't care what anyone says in the past. If you can ask me, there's been multiple times where Cardi B and Offset have used their relationship for a PR stunt just to bring more attention to their music, because together them as a couple was a big thing, honestly. It was, but I feel like that tactic, that I feel like that whole situation, right, has been played out, especially, for a long period of time. It's just definitely been played out. But all right, y'all. I had to take a break. But getting back into it, I definitely feel like both Offset and Cardi B use their relationship, and when they are going through things, I feel like they use it as a PR tactic. But that's just my thought on that. And Bia was talking her shit in here because she was saying how, bitch, get in the booth.
I never turn my phone on just to cry on the live.
On a live. Mm. I feel like Bia is definitely calling Cardi out, calling her out to the floor, because baby, if it's anything, a lot of people think that B is just so underrated and she's trying to get attention and da 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 da. Now, at first, I did feel like, if you was to ask me the couple of weeks, oh shit, hold up, this thing is so just like off right now. I might have to pause this pause this video.
I never turn my phone on just to cry.
Let's pause that. All right. Now, if you was to ask me when I did my video a couple weeks ago, I feel like then Bia should have responded to Cardi B, because Cardi B, and I'm gonna link it down below if you. I think it's in one of my shorts, but Bia, no, Cardi was threatening to put out some dry ass tea, probably from like 4 to 5 years ago when Bia was in Cardi B's DMs. But if Cardi was to go ahead and pull some receipts from 4 to 5 years ago, it'll just be like, all right. I feel like even then she'll be looking as desperate. You're gonna be looking tired if you're not bringing no recent receipts after from 4 to 5 years ago, then it's gonna look dry as hell if you was to ask me. Um if it was something recent, now I'm not gonna hold you. I do feel a way because once Bia did collaborate with Nicki Minaj on A Whole Lot of Money, she was acting funny towards Cardi B, and it was just like, well, bitch, stand 10 toes down, because you was showing Cardi B a lot of love, and it's also been proven that she has went back and deleted tweets um praising Cardi B, and I feel like a lot of other girls was, during that time they was praising Cardi B because of the whole hate train thing. Um and I honestly do feel like they did feel that way. Some of them, I would say, to a certain extent. But yeah, if Cardi B does bring some dry ass tea from 4 to 5 years ago, it's like, well, what do we know? Because we already know that she has shown you love, and if she does release DMs, it's not going to really make her look crazy, because it's 4 or 5 years old dry tea. Now, if it was most recently, then I'll be like, all right, Bia, now you playing. Now you playing. But I don't think that's the case. I feel like Cardi B holds on to, she seems like the person to hold on to a grudge and to hold on to receipts that's like old, dry, and just tired. Honestly, it would just come off really tired to Cardi, honestly. Like, she would really impress me more if she would just put shit on wax and would just, just air it out. Like, but honestly, if he was if he was to ask me, I don't feel like Cardi B is going to be that person to put shit on wax. I feel like she would just be more of the social media play into, get get into more of that rather than just putting out everything on a diss track. But if Cardi was to play things right, and I feel like a lot of people will say that this is beneath Cardi to beef with Bia, but if you was to ask me, I feel like this would work in Cardi B's benefit. Now, Cardi B's stardom has started to dwindle down, in my opinion. I feel like going against Bia would prove herself as a rapper, because a lot of people like to put Bia down as like the underdog. But if you know that B is one of them ones, and she's not anyone to play with, honestly. And I feel like out of most of the rap girls, honestly, I feel like she can go toe to toe with a lot of other female rappers. Um, if Megan and Bia was to go bar for bar, that would be nice. Even her and Lotto, honestly, going bar for bar would be nice as well, because I feel like out of them two and Bia, I definitely feel like that can be a thing. And let's not go into the particulars of, oh, you just want to see women go bar for, beef with each other and da da da. Because if it was men doing the same thing, you'd be like, oh, this is good for hip hop, and he's reliving, this is such a moment for hip hop, and we want to see this. This is history and da 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 da. Like, let's cut the bullshit, honestly. I hate when we start pussyfooting around when females do it, but when it's men going against men, bar for bar, we're all here for it. So let's not even get into that. I want to go back into when B was like, "Bitch, get in the booth." Get in the booth. That's what I want to see. Cardi B, get in the booth. Because what we're not going to do is pull out some old ass dry ass receipts talking about, oh, I could really put da 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 da. No, put that shit on wax, bitch. Put that shit on wax. And like I said, a lot of people want to consider Bia the underdog. But like I said, I feel like if Cardi and Bia was to go bar for bar, it would benefit them both, because Cardi B's stardom is definitely bigger than Bia's, and I feel like that would help Bia get more attention, right? But Cardi B already has the attention. But if she was to go bar for bar with Bia, a lot of people, like the streets, know that Bia is nothing to play with. So if Bia was to go toe to toe with no, if Cardi was to go toe to toe with Bia, this would give her more leverage in the female, yeah, proving herself as a female rapper, if you was to ask me, because B is not no light one. She's not no light one. Let's get back to it. Get that bitch in the booth. Surprise me. That's you want to surprise me. I want you to go toe to toe with Bia. Let's not act like that's too low of Cardi. It's not. Let's stop acting like that. I need this shit to play, because she was talking her big one. Um yeah, but make sure you guys like and subscribe to the video if you guys want to show support, because it will be truly appreciated. Like I said, if you want to show support, your likes, your comments, your engagement is enough for me, okay? um I don't know why this is not playing. I got good connection. um we're just waiting on it to load up. That's what we're waiting on. Let's go ahead. While that's loading up, I want to go ahead and look into some comments. Let me look at some comments while that's loading up. Because people on the internet always got something to say. Um, let's see. Now, I'm not gonna be surprised, because a lot of I'm on the neighborhood talk comments, and they have a lot of Cardi B supporters on here. So I wouldn't be surprised if the engagement is more leaning more towards Cardi's side. But one person said Cardi must be doing something right because she really got condos in their heads. Another person said, I never say let me turn on that Bia. I don't know, just me. I'm not gonna hold you. I don't have Bia in my playlist, honestly, because like I said, she's boring, honestly. And I'm not gonna hold you. I just feel like it could be something more that's there. And honestly, I could say the same about Cardi. She's just not my preference, honestly. Um, but as far as engagement, as far as social media wise, she is still more relevant than Bia. So I gotta give, the girl her tens where it's due. She's in a conversation still, no matter how long she's been gone. Let's look into some more comments. Someone else says, Cardi, really that girl. Never seen one woman intimidated so many women. It's a shame how many girls got unprovoked beef with her. She really be minding her business. Someone else says, name six Bia songs, everybody dead. When Cardi reacts, y'all going to say she's doing too much because she literally is. She's not gonna get on wax. She's not gonna put that shit on the record. She's just gonna bring out some dry iced tea. Um, imagine coming to some imagine coming for someone who's just dropped two hits if you haven't had one in years. I don't know if I would necessarily would say that was hits because like what came on Billboard and left probably that next week. Probably I think it was only on Billboard for like 2 weeks and then left. And then enough is still dwindling off the chart. So I wouldn't say that Cardi is dropping hits. Cardi is in a very interesting phase in her life because she did say that her records used to live in top 10, and I don't feel like that's true today, honestly. And we're starting to see the repercussions of that right now. So I don't know if I can agree with that comment. Y'all cheering on being like she didn't start off begging with the collab with Barty. Y'all saying BA ate her up. Y'all say anything because that line did not give what y'all thought it gave. Can't work on a beat. I never want to be delusional enough to discredit a woman more success more than me. Beer don't get played in the clubs. Good night. This was whack. Thought you ate. It's giving ABCB ABC 1 2 3 bars. So it seems like it's underneath the um, neighborhood talk comments that Cardi is getting more praise. But I want to go ahead and get into some other one because it could be a lot of bias. People that's biased in the comment section when you go to the neighborhood talk because if you was to ask me, I do feel like that Cardi does is in cahoots with the neighborhood talk, and they be deleting tweets when Cardi B feels away on certain stuff, and it was honestly just recently. So let me see. I'm sitting here loading and loading this thing. Let's get into it. Let's get into it.
I heard bitches poppin' shit and that's so funny to me. How you say you run it down but you can't walk on the beat. I ain't know I had an op 'cause she don't say shit to me. I'ma cop me a new gun before I pop me a plea. Bitch, I did want my low, I dropped it. I could never turn my phone on just to cry. On the line? I hate a sneaky nigga. On the line? If you wanna get up with me, tell that bitch that we outside. Hey, Bookie, heard you mad behind some big love. Clicked up with a bunch of bitches that ain't got much. I'm living in your head, rent free. Wow, I can never turn my phone on just to cry. On the live? Goodbye. Get in the booth. Ooh. Everybody get in the booth, okay?
I don't feel like Bia. You know what? She might. I'm not gonna hold you. She might throw some little subtle jabs here and there. I don't feel like she would go into a whole Twitter beef with Cardi B if she did decide to go that route. If you was to ask me, I feel like it would benefit Cardi more if she would just to put that shit on wax. Like, She was in the studio, and then I'm referring to Milagro
I
Grams.
spend so much money on studio time in the city, but
Let's get into it. This is Cardi B in the studio. Seems like she in the studio. Hopefully she putting in that work because I want to see her respond this way rather than going to
I
Twitter.
spend so much money on studio time in the city, but don't get it twisted. I got a insane studio at home.
That studio is nice.
It's huge. My booth is over there. The light combinations are mad ugly, but I don't know how to work them, so get over it.
They're not really ugly. They're
I
actually
spend
cute.
so much money on studio
But I
time in the
would
city,
rather
but
see
don't get
Cardi
it.
B responding this way in the booth rather than just go doing that back and forth because it'd be a lot. Like put that shit on wax so we could just decipher the lyrics and da 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 da. I'd rather do that than just going on Twitter and getting this post to this post to this post, and it just create a lot of more work for me. So make my job easier and put that shit on wax, and it's more better that way if you was to ask me. Um, yeah, that's just my thought on the whole entire situation. I don't feel like this is below Cardi B. I feel like this would benefit Cardi B if you was to ask me, even though she is the bigger star, a bigger celebrity, have a bigger
But don't get it twisted.
girl, shut up.
I got a
All right, we're
insane.
done. We're done. We're done. We're done with that. Um yeah, like I was saying, I feel like this will help Cardi B if she want to prove, especially like if she was to do this right and put everything on wax and put that shit on a record towards Bia, right? I feel like that would just quiet the rumors of her not being a real rappers because what we're not going to do is just like Bia is a lightweight. She's not. Bia definitely got bars, and if you was to ask me, I feel like Bia is definitely more of a rapper than Cardi B. But what other way can you just dismantle all of the rumors that people say that you got ghostwriters and that you don't know how to write and you're not a real rapper by getting in the booth. Like put that shit on wax. Put it on wax. Let's stop acting like we're too good. Let's not. And I feel like that has watered down Cardi B's celebrity, honestly. And I feel like that's what another reason why a lot of people are not really checking for Cardi because she's been watered down if you was to ask me. Like she's not before when Cardi B came out, you would you would consider like how we have sexy red right now. I feel like a lot of people would have considered Cardi B to be like sexy red in that era, right? People that don't want to be considered to win, da 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 da. But Cardi B was able to go a little bit further because I feel like she's racially ambiguous, but that's for another day. And we're not going to get into the particulars about, but we're not going to sit there and act like that her skin complexion didn't have anything to do with her getting to that next level. But if you was to ask me, I definitely do feel like that worked to her betterment. But the more and more that these people have prop Cardi up to go against other people, right? And to be the celebrity that she is, and to be out there, I feel like it has watered her down. So it doesn't come off as genuine, right? Um, I'm trying to I'm really trying to get my words together. And it'll take me a long time. If I was to honestly just get into details, I would just like keep rambling on and on and on. But I feel like you guys understand where I'm getting to. It's not below Cardi. It's not below Cardi if she was to respond. I feel like Cardi's brand has definitely been watered down. I honestly don't feel like people are checking for Cardi like they used to. She has definitely taken a hit because she has taken a lot of years off. She didn't decide to go to that She hasn't went on tour yet. She hasn't released her second debut album. There are other female rappers that new female rappers like Lotto, Megan, that has released several projects after Cardi B. And even though Cardi B did release a project that has broken numerous of records, and for that standing it to be, you and she has expressed this too, that how she is scared and how she doesn't feel confident to share or to come out with her second debut album, because that's like a curse in the industry. Because your second, your last is not going to be like your first. I don't remember the saying, but you're never as good as your last work. I believe that's what the saying is. But you know what? If we was to put things into perspective, right? Um, if Cardi was to had released her second debut album, right, and say it didn't do good, I feel like she would, her third project, I feel like it would have been more successful if she just would have went ahead and just released her second project, but she hasn't. And I feel like that's catching up to her, and that's just making people um I feel like people are still interested. I'm going to say that I feel like a lot of people are still going to tune in when Cardi B does drop this project, but I don't feel like it's going to live up to her first debut album. Her stardom has definitely went down, and judging off of her recent music and her projects and her collaborations and the way that things are going, I don't feel like it's going to be enough to surpass her first debut album. And a lot of people don't a lot of people don't go past their first debut album. They don't live up to those standards of their first project. It's more overall to see like what else can you give us? Like, I feel like she should use this moment to experiment. I definitely feel like she should, if she does plan on releasing her next debut album, it should be something different than what she has currently been releasing, because I don't feel like the people want to hear it. She does still feel like her music, if I was to talk about Cardi B's music, right, I would feel like she's still in that era of 2018 to 2020. It just feels like a whole lot of old music. I don't really like any of the recent music that she's been putting out. The last number one that she had went with, I believe, was Up, and then she had Megan Thee Stallion with WAP. And those projects was old. So I would like to see Cardi B come out with something refreshed, a different bag. And the music that she's just been releasing currently is just does not fit into this era for her. But those are just my thoughts on this whole entire situation. You guys let me know what you think about everything that we spoke about down below in the comment section. Now, just remember to keep your comments cute, because a lot of you guys, I'm not going to say a lot of you guys, but I notice a lot of people like to argue with me. But my thing is like, um what I say are not facts, and facts are not my opinions are not facts. And if you I'm not going to go back and forth with people on the comment section. I'm not going to argue and go back and forth, because it's repetitive, it's redundant, and at the end of the day, you're going to feel how you're going to feel like how you feel, and I'm going to feel the way I feel. So that's what I say when anytime that I'm ending a video. I say that we can agree, disagree, or agree to disagree. And most likely, if you disagree with me, we're just gonna have to agree to disagree. And that's just gonna be that. Um Opinions are not facts. So you're not going to agree with me. Maybe I'll give you some acknowledgement, but if I feel like your comment is just blasphemous, I'm just not going to comment. I'm just going to leave it there, and that be that. But if you guys do want to support my channel, you can definitely do so by liking the video, leaving a comment, and subscribing to my channel. Now, I know a lot of people don't like to subscribe to a channel, and this is for me too, because I don't like to subscribe to somebody because I may enjoy watching your content, but I don't want to see you on my feed all the time. Because even though I was interested in that video, that one particular video, doesn't mean that I'm going to be interested in your other content. So I hate when people be like, subscribe to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, da 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 da. Look, do what you see as fit, okay? Because I'm not gonna sit there and convince you to subscribe to my channel. If you, even if you do want to show support, right? If you like the video, give it a like, leave a comment, say that you like the video, leave a heart, da da da. You don't have to necessarily subscribe to my channel, because I don't like to be feeling pressured, or when somebody says, oh, subscribe to my channel, and it comes off as begging, because I'm not trying to see you in my feed. Because even though I did like your particular video, that's not something I want to see on my feed to my everyday, because I do watch videos all the time on YouTube. So I definitely understand what that feels like. But if you do want to show your girl some love and support, you could definitely go ahead and do all of that. Like, leave a comment. And if you feel like you like me so much and like my commentary and my opinion on things, then definitely do hit that subscribe button, and also turn on your notifications, because I do keep my subscribers fed over here. I do like to, post content at least once or twice during the week. I'm trying to get into releasing more content once or twice a week. But yeah, that's just the goal of mine. But definitely once a week for me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I hope all of you guys are doing well and blessed. And please let me know your thoughts and opinions on everything that we spoke on. Now, that's all I have for you guys in today's video, and I will see you guys in my next one.